guys, back with another video, and this time I wanted to talk about the things I've learned over 5 seasons. It's been 5 seasons now, and I think it's time to revise what I've learned and move it on to next season. First of all, it's the FPL superstitions that think happening on Twitter most of all. First of all, it's the don't back the early kickoff, because it actually ruins a lot of other people's plans for the weekend, and it's dreadful when one of your players or one of your valuable players don't do enough in the first match. Then your freaking whole weekend is ruined, because you're just gonna see Bear Man get 20, 18 points on, and all your rivals getting like 10, 12 points on the players that you're up against, and it's a dreadful feeling. I've seen it many times. I've suffered through that many times, so I'm really distraught about that early kickoff thing, and I stay away from it as much as possible. Maybe if the picture is really good, I'll just have one player, and that's it. I just limit it to one. And the second thing is everything changes in Sunday. This is what I try to keep in line. I really try to have at least 1 or 2, 3 players for Sunday, because everything changes on Sunday for some reason. Every time I see a 3 p.m. kickoff absolutely destroying my week, then I have 3 players left on a Sunday, and they all do pretty well, and they salvage a green arrow. That's why I made a point about it here. It actually happens though. It really does. Last season's first game week was the prime example. Kane in the 3 p.m. kickoff didn't do anything. He was very highly owned. I captained him. He didn't do it. No, I didn't captain him, but I had him, and he was up against Haaland, who in Sunday against West Ham scored 2 goals, and it changed everything. I went down to 5 million, and it happened to a lot of people who didn't. A lot of people chose either Kane or Haaland that time. Stuff happens. It happens with freaking Rashford as well. I remember not many people doing much, but some people who had Rashford got 15 points on a Sunday and just salvaged a green arrow, big green arrow that is. That's about the 2 things I wanted you to know about with the FPL superstitions. These are real. I do believe in them. It's up to you if you believe in them or not. Next up is FPL mindset. We all know we always had a bad week, and when we have a bad week, we want to quit the game. But there's a better solution to this. Just turn it off. Just turn off from FPL completely on a Sunday after all the games have finished. Don't give a toss about what happened to your rank. Don't check it either. If you think it's gonna be bad, leave it be. Come back on a Thursday or the Friday before the press conference, get all the news, and then get your mindset back into FPL and get ready for the weekend. That's about it. Improve your mentality. Don't give up. Just think about, maybe since I had a bad week this week, next week it'll be better. Just keep thinking that, because it's a long way. It's 38 weeks. You have time if you have a bad week. I've seen people climb from 1 million to 50k in a couple of weeks. Before that happened, they had really bad weeks. So it's ever changing, this game, and you just gotta be strong. You can't quit, and have fun with your picks. Stay true to your individualism, rely on it, and just don't give up and lose hope on your players. Things will change. There are opportunities. There's always opportunities in Fantasy Premier League to get your points up and improve your rank. Next up is holding chips. You hold your chips for the doubles and blanks only. These are the crucial times to use it. Only the first wildcard, just use it on an international break or something, because on an international break lots of injuries happen. So during an international break in the first half of the season, use the first wildcard. That's what I do when it works, or if there's a fixture swing on the horizon. That's about it. And for the chips, you just keep hold of them for doubles. Like I would say triple captain for a double game week. Wildcard and bench boost are meant to be a set, the second wildcard and the bench boost, and set your team up before the double happen and use the bench boost for the biggest double of them all. So use the wildcard like 1 or 2 weeks before the biggest double game week happens, or set your team up for a lot of double game weeks that are about to happen. And free hit, it's mainly used for blanks, but I used it this time on like the double game week this season and didn't quite pay off, so maybe it is better to use it on blanks. That's the common strategy people uses, and this is the mistake I've done. Like in my first season, I didn't know any better, I didn't know anything, so I just used all of my chips in the first half of the season. Then the second half of the season arrived. I saw on FPL show that David Monday was discussing about how he's gonna use all his chips for these doubles. I didn't know that was gonna happen, so I was really freaked out. And then next season I went with a plan and it worked. This is what it was. And yeah, that's about it for this one. Moving on to number 4 and squad structure. First off is the template. When building a team to like stay with the pack, just stay with the pack. Set up a template team and then work your way with some differentials here and there. But you have to stay with the pack. Since the game is so large, it's difficult to get through the ranks. So you have to completely like have a template team, stay with the pack. The opportunities will come in the double, then you can really climb up, or some few little like blanks, or some weeks it'll have really good fixtures on your players, so you can take some advantage of it. But I would really advise to start with the template and then rely on some of your differential, like 3 or 4 differentials to get you through it. And the second point is building a good team. Building a good team means it has to be balanced and flexible. Balanced, like it can't be overrun in the middle and then light on the defense, on the forward line, and everything has to be like in equal parts. And flexibility is the price. Like you can reach out to any price point. Have a good team that you can reach out to any price players within two moves. So yeah, and also before building a team, pick out the premium players first, and then build the whole team around the cheap players with them, because most of your budget will be used on the premium players. So pick the premium players you want and then work your way around it. Cheap players always comes by, so it'll be an easy task to get the cheap players, but it will be harder task to pick the right premium player. And the final one it's a bit of a different one, and it's FPL Twitter. Now there's lots of noises in FPL Twitter always, like here's a player, these are the stats you should really pick, I'm picking them. There's so many influences and there's so many noise going on. Just block them off. Just rely on your on the people that you follow and hear advice to the most. Just stick to them. Rely on reputable sources as well for team news. Just go, I would say go with your gut feeling more than what other people say you're doing. Don't just copy people, it's not fun as well, and you're not gaining any credit for it. No one will acknowledge your achievements if you just keep on copying other people's team. And Twitter, there's lots of things goes on, but it's also a very fun community to be in. You just have to know how to deal with certain things, and the noise part is definitely it. But there's so many, you're just gonna see a lot of people pulling up a lot of stats about some player, and you're just gonna be attracted to it easily. Just trust on your instinct. If you think that player is still not gonna come good, then don't go with their opinion, go with your opinion. Everyone will have an opinion that you won't agree with. So yeah, that's about it, and hope you liked the video. It's a bit of a different video I've made. It's the first time I made a tips video. It's more about what I've learned over the years and try to share my experience with you. Yeah, and thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one.